Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go. With all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A Hurley man with a long history of harassing women has pleaded guilty to sexual contact.
72-year-old Greg Farrar pled guilty to one count of sexual contact without consent. Farrar will be sentenced to 45 days in jail, but the sentence will be suspended so that he won't serve any jail time.
As long as he meets his conditions. He'll also have to pay court costs and counseling for the victim. The latest accusations stem from an encounter in the parking lot of a Walmart at South Louise in Sioux Falls in February of this year.
Digital reporter Michael Dorn was in the courtroom and has the latest in a KELOLAND.com original.
A 29-year-old Sioux Falls man is in the Minnehaha County Jail accused of raping a teenager. Police say Shaheem Rhodes offered the juvenile large amounts of money and business partnerships in exchange for sexual favors.
According to court documents, the teen told investigators they had been involved in a sexual relationship for the last year. Rhodes was arrested on Tuesday.
Although there are charges in this case, the investigation is still ongoing, and detectives are looking to have anybody who has additional information that could help or be beneficial to the investigation to please reach out with that information.
A Rapid City woman is in the Pennington County Jail facing several charges.
Police arrested 18-year-old Jacenna Left-Handbull and for a list of charges, including second-degree eluding and possession. Authorities say it happened just before 7 o'clock Wednesday night.
Police say officers saw a pickup known to be stolen in a parking lot. Police tried to talk to a woman allegedly throwing things out of the window when she drove off. Officers later found the pickup behind an apartment building after it hit a guardrail.
Witnesses told police the driver had ran into an apartment. Police searched a bag thrown out the window and found meth.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
All right, good morning, everybody. Our forecast today, temperature-wise, we're going to be topping out into the 80s. Looks like a warmer day for Rapid City compared to what we've had lately. 86 for a high, southeast wind 15 to 30, and temperatures in Sioux Falls 82. It does look windy at times the next 24 to 36 hours. Also developing heat wave, and we'll be discussing all of those topics and more coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Brian. A local organization known for supplying families in need with furniture is low on inventory and soon might not be able to continue that service.
The Furniture Mission has a goal of providing enough pieces for a living room set, but recently they haven't been able to do that.
This time we can only provide one comfy chair and 2 sitting chairs and either a coffee table or a end table. So they are not getting a full living room.
The Furniture Mission is in need of couches, love seats, mattresses, and more.
However, they do accept any furniture pieces as long as they're free of rips and stains, along with coming from a cat and smoke-free household.
McCrossan Boys Ranch is trying to collect 250 pounds of plastic.
If the nonprofit meets that goal, it'll be in the running to win a bench that's made of recycled plastics. While they only need around 100 more pounds of plastic, with how light plastic is, it can take a lot.
Last week, I took 8 huge black trash bags to Hy-Vee full of plastic, and at the grand total was only 73 pounds of plastic, if you could believe that, after 8 huge trash bags.
McCrossan's is looking for stretchy plastics like plastic bags. It is unable to take hard, crunchy plastics.
We've posted more information on where you can make the donation under this story on KELOLAND.com.
The National Music Museum in Vermilion is currently showcasing an exhibit featuring instruments that tell the story of America's history and heritage.
Museum educator Anna Van Clay says the exhibit also gives visitors a chance to reflect on their own family origins.
There are some pretty cool interactive portions that we built into the exhibit, like a map where you can indicate where your family originates from, wherever they come from in the world, which is really cool to be able to see all of the different origins of people who are our visitors.
The National Music Museum is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check of your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, checking your weather. A couple of things to note here. We've got some wind developing in the forecast the next 24 To 36 hours. This is a snapshot of Saturday morning, and after today's wind of 15 to 30, I think we'll be amplifying some of those numbers during the overnight and first thing in the morning. Likely Saturday afternoon, quite a bit of wind here from Pierre, Midland, up to Mobridge, Aberdeen, down to Huron and Sioux Falls. That's pretty much a broad scope of wind, and it looks like we'll carry some of that into Sunday east of Interstate 29, going to Minnesota and Iowa. West River doesn't look nearly as windy. Change there too as we go at least into that part of the forecast, and things should begin to cool off hopefully a little bit. However, that's not going to be the case for Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls is going to get stuck in the heat and 90-degree weather. Of course, a lot more humidity too. Now let me show you the next set of maps here. We've got the heat index forecast. I don't think at this point the heat index is a big problem tomorrow. We'll see some hot weather in the west, but it's actually a little drier heat there. Sioux Falls, we're forecasting 80-degree weather. Sunday afternoon, we should see a big jump in the humidity, and so with some winds out of the south, we're going to push that heat index closer to 100. Could go a little higher than that, but I'd say that seems like a fair estimate right now. Monday, too, looks like the heat index will be well into the upper 90s. So there is that to contend with too. Obviously, if we don't get rain, that'll be a bigger player too in plant stress and watering needs and all of those kind of things. I think people will be at least focused a lot more on that. I do want to include the chance of a couple thunderstorms this weekend. Sioux Falls at this point, if we catch a thunderstorm Saturday night, it's possible. We've got some rumblings here, probably northwest of Sioux Falls. There's another scenario that might cut some storms across northeast Nebraska into western Iowa. I would say Sunday into Monday, that period's going to be capped. Tuesday beyond that, you get into a pattern of nocturnal thunderstorms. They're in there. We just put that in there as a 20% intentionally because it's obviously pretty hot during the day and temperatures at night are not cooling off a whole bunch. Aberdeen, well, same talking points, but your chances of rain are a little better because you'll have more opportunities being a little bit removed from the main cap on the atmosphere, but it's not going to be raining all the time either. It's mainly nighttime storms. That's more favorable as we get into the month of July. Pierre, same thing. Also, these thunderstorm chances will be around. I think that Saturday night time frame is fairly likely. I also think that next week we'll get into a few more of these probably down the road. Rapid City in the west after some thunderstorms tonight, early tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be a fairly hot weekend, but then things may slide a little bit Monday, Tuesday in the 80s before returning to more 90s Wednesday and Thursday. Check out more details on the weather at KETLELAND.com.